And welcome back. In the last video I went over one way we might get the yellow cross. The next step on the Rubiks.com site is to get the four corners of the yellow layer, if you will. And they give you an algorithm. And it's the only algorithm you need, but it's a little counterintuitive how you use it. What you have to do, holding the cube yellow face up, is to find a corner that you want and put it directly below the spot where you want it. So, for example, here's a corner. Right? It's red, blue, and yellow. Well, where does that go? Let's see. It goes up here. It goes between the red, blue, and yellow centers. So you hold the cube with the piece you're trying to place in the lower right hand side, and you do this sequence of moves over and over again. Sometimes just once, sometimes I think 6 times. Let's go through and try. So the RI means right side counterclockwise. DI means the downside counterclockwise. R means the right side clockwise. And D means the downside clockwise. So what did that do? Well, it placed the piece upwards, but it's not twisted right. So what do? You do it again. So R inverse, D inverse, R, D. What did that do? It brought the piece back down, but it changed the orientation of the piece. It used to have yellow on the bottom. So what do? We do it again. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. Well, what did that do? Oh, it placed it up top and correctly. So this move moves the piece back and forth and twists it as it's going. One corner solved. Let's find another one. Here's one. Yellow, green, red. That goes up here between red, yellow, and green. Here's the piece, my lower right-hand side. I'm going to use this procedure, this process, to shift the piece up and down over and over again until it ends up here correctly. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. You see the piece has been moved upwards, but it's twisted wrong. So I do it again. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. Now it's back down here. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. Now it's back up top. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. Careful, we're not solved. That's the orange, green-orange. This is the piece we want. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. And now we're solved. Well, that corner is solved. What's next? Well, I have this piece, which is yellow, orange, green. So yellow, orange, green is going to go up the yellow, orange, green corner. And we just repeat this move. You'll become pretty good at it as you practice. The key is remembering that you have to do it over and over again until the piece is not only in the correct location, but it's also oriented correctly. One more corner to go. Now what happens now? The piece is already up there. You do the same move. It's kind of repetitious. So R inverse, D inverse, R, D. R inverse, D inverse, R, D. And there you go. You have completed the first layer.